I recently came across a video on YouTube that truly shook me. And it's not that often I can say that a video on YouTube truly shook me. There was a video of an artist who was trying to come to terms with nearly the 200,000 Americans who have died of COVID-19. So he set out to draw 200,000 tiny circles on one very large sheet of paper. In the video explaining his work, he spent 4 minutes talking about his inability, really all of our inability, to be able to conceptualize a number of this size. As he speaks, he continues to methodically draw tiny circles, a few each second. And by the end of the video, he's drawn only 500 circles. So many more to go. Watching this project continue onward, I experience the opposite of radical amazement. It's a radical horror, because each of these circles represents a fullness of a life, and there are simply too many to wrap my head around. Our sages teach that to destroy one life is to destroy an entire world. So today, I am mourning a cosmos that has been lost, and I want to cry. When the pandemic reached us in March, I wondered what we would say to each other when we gathered all together on this Rosh Hashanah. Would we celebrate the triumph of our collective action? Would we meditate on the new insights that we had learned in the meaning of life living in quarantine? Well, Rosh Hashanah is here, and we're not past this moment yet. People are still dying. The number of circles that we must draw, even to conceptualize the devastation of this moment, continues to grow. And it makes me want to cry. In a moment, as we move through the 3 sections of our Musaf service, we will hear the blasts of the shofar, the manifestation of our crying, of our collective tears. Our sages connect the wail of the shofar to the cries of a mother in the biblical book of Judges. A mother cries for her son named Sisera, who has not returned from war. The text explains that she peers through a lattice, whining, "Why is his chariot so long in coming? Why so late the clatter of his wheels?" Another midrash connects the wailing of the shofar to the tears of our matriarch Sarah, seeing her son leave with Abraham to be sacrificed in the Torah reading that we just heard a bit ago. While Isaac is not sacrificed at the end of the story, this is the final time the mother and son will ever be together. The tears of these mothers are tragic. They represent a reunion and a redemption still delayed. And the sound of the shofar this year gives me that same feeling. How will we get through this moment? What will our world look like on the other side? When will our redemption come? This Rosh Hashanah, tears roll down my face. They roll down all of our faces. Because we've been distancing and supporting each other, hoping and praying, and the end of this moment in our history has not yet arrived. Our reuniting with each other has also been delayed. So this year, the shofar is a symbol of our tears and our pain, but especially this year, it cannot be a symbol of our despair. The Talmud teaches, since the day the temple was destroyed, the gates of prayer were locked. However, the gates of tears were never locked. The gates of tears were never locked. When the Jewish temple, the primary point of Jewish prayer and the focal point of access to God, was destroyed, it felt to people as if their redemption was being denied. The text teaches, though, that at the moment when the path to God seemed most obstructed, the gates of tears began to creak open. A connection to God was still possible. The possibility for change for the better, was always open. The shofar the manifestation of our tears is also our way in. We cry by ourselves. We cry together. We cry to God. It, like the shofar, is a cry to help us return to our truest selves, to help us clarify our values and what we need most. It is a primal cry that connects us with what is most holy in our souls. And when we connect with that place, when we've entered the gates of tears, a path appears and we're ready to move forward into the haziness and the mystery of what is to come. The poet and farmer Wendell Berry wrote a beautiful poem. It may be that when we no longer know what to do, we have come to our real work. And that when we no longer know which way to go, we have come to our real journey. The mind that is not baffled is not employed. The impeded stream is the one that sings. The impeded stream is the one that sings. Put differently by Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, the entire world is a very impossibly narrow bridge. It looks as if there will be no way to cross. But the main thing is to not be afraid. So let us continue in this musaf. Let us hear the shofar once more. Its wail is our wail. Its tears are our tears. But as we pray and we listen, we know that those tears will find open gates. Our tears will not be ignored. Light is coming. The small circles being drawn will continue to be drawn. And hopefully they will inspire a powerful action within our communities. But most importantly, within us, within all of us, exists a moral imagination to see the Shana Tova, the year of mystery and possibility that is ahead of us. The possibility to have courage and to not be afraid. Shana Tova.